What's going on? It's your man DJ Big Mike.
It's your boy Lloyd, aka the Angry Artist.
It's Monroe County's best prosecuting attorney, Jack Nimble. Jack be nimble, Jack be thick. Jack will put your ass in jail real quick.
Facts. I like that. And I would really like to say this is going to be an amazing podcast. We have somebody on the podcast today that we've been talking about it for 2 years since we started the podcast. 2 years. And so without further ado, it is author, doctor, cancer warrior, and great friend, Laura Katz is in the building.
Woohoo! Hello, everybody.
Hey. Welcome.
Thank you for inviting me.
This is going to be an interesting podcast for you. You know, you're sitting next to
I know,
prosecuting Jack Nimble,
right?
AKA T
I mean,
Daddy
who knew
Fat
that was
Sacks.
going to happen?
I'm glad to be here. I'm glad you guys invited me. It's hard being
Remember, I will pinch you if you get out of line.
a life full of politics.
You like to be pinched, though, don't you?
I don't.
Not in the tricep. I do it just right.
Yeah, I don't, but my wife, but she knows my wife's. I guess it's a wife thing that you know the back of the tricep where you.
It's excruciating if you do it right.
If you little strawberry, it's
Yeah.
like a little bird bite.
That's
It
not
you arm cramps up and you're like, ah.
Yeah, that's not a wife thing. That's a mom thing.
It's a mom thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
My wife
Now
is
I'm your
not
mama?
my mom, dude.
She learned it from
that
her
what
mom.
you do?
I'll guarantee it.
Is that what you do? You leave the nest and you go find another person to tell you what to do?
That's what they say.
No, I'm not found nobody. Can't nobody tell me what to do.
I think
Man,
about
I need to do better at that.
I follow rules.
it. Do you?
Do you?
Do you really?
I have
though?
house etiquette. I swear, I look like a Neanderthal, but I promise you, I do dishes. I folded laundry for like 3 hours yesterday because my wife don't. Well, I
3
didn't
hours
fold
of laundry.
hers.
Jesus, how long had it been since you washed?
Now, didn't he?
No, we washed way too much for.
Oh, okay. I was like,
we
wow,
we
3
washed
hours.
way too much for 3 days.
Are you like a slow folder? You just kind of like, one fold, and then another
I'm kind of like a
fold, and-
dog on a walk, like ooh squirrel, ooh squirrel. You know,
a little
just-
distracted.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I'll come out and be like, "Whose is this?" And then my wife will be like, "I don't know," and I'll just be like, "Kim,
Dance
is
around with
this
it.
yours, Kaden?" And then it turns out to be mine, and I'm like, "Why did I ask everybody?"
Oh my god.
Oh man.
But yeah, and then I have 40-minute conversations. I'll want to smoke or something. And yeah. So 3 hours, but
Stick with me, man.
right, yeah.
Okay. All right. Got it.
We're gonna let them handle this. Yeah, they don't need it. It's all right.
Yeah,
It's okay.
actually, let them leave it to us because
Yeah.
what made you want to be a doctor? Because you had to be young.
Okay. So here's the thing. My original plan actually was I was a musician. I was headed off to music school, the whole 9 yards. That had been my whole life. Been touring since I was 12. You know, all that cool stuff. And then I did my auditions and everything, and I was all psyched up. And then I'm like, wait a minute. Because I wanted to be in a professional symphony, you know. And I was like, these jobs don't open up till somebody moves or dies. How often is that really going to happen? So then I decided to go to regular college. And I thought I was going to be a lawyer or whatever. So I went to U of M and did the political science. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Decided that was not it either. And then went towards medicine. And how I ended up picking OBGYN is because I had no preconceived notion about what OBGYN was, but actually, as we went through our rotations, I got to do all women's health, women's medicine, surgery, cancer. It was everything. It was
Really?
infinite variety. And then I cried a little when I delivered my first baby and everybody made fun of me, but it's all good.
So you wanted to do 40 other things and then you just decided to be a doctor?
Right. And then I also thought if I was a rich doctor, which I'm not, by the way, I would have enough money to buy a great violin. It didn't work out, but that's okay.
So the violin is still a goal?
Oh, yeah, I still play. My daughter and I have a little music company, M&M Music. We're playing for a Founders Day at the Sawyer Building on Saturday.
Wait a second. So you're a musician, you're an
Right.
author,
Yeah,
you're a doctor.
yeah.
What don't you do?
keep my
Drugs.
nose in my own business. No, I don't.
That's a good one. I like that.
I mean, I don't. So
Yes,
everything's my business. Come on. No, I'm just kidding.
me and Laura, we've known each other for like 20 plus years,
I know.
and it's no bullshit. Like she does do everything. If she doesn't do it, she'll figure it out and
Like,
she'll
I
do
thought
it anyway.
Lloyd did a lot, but you put him to shame.
And you know what? And now, like I was telling Mike, I'm now my own office manager and my husband's.
Yeah.
You know, and took over all the billing and yeah, it's a lot. I just figured the universe is like, you're healthy enough now to take more crap on. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
It's a compliment, right?
I guess. If it helps you sleep at night, I guess.
It
maybe.
does. I sleep wham.
You go-
Rock on the pillow.
I feel like I need to give Laura the sponsors. I believe she'd be like a good sponsor sayer too. She's got the good radio voice.
She's got that.
She does.
That swag.
Yeah,
She
she's got
does.
that swag.
Come
But
be our sponsor.
Before we get too deep, let's hit our sponsors
you wanna
up.
sponsor
We
us?
got 8 Mile Vodka, the Tomey Brothers, the Berkeley Brothers, Mikey Shoe. Shout out to them. We got JC Quality Construction. He does everything from the 2x4 to the
Front door.
key to the front door. You got it. Mention Beyond the Tracks podcast. He'll give you 15% off all materials. We also got Six Blessings Cafe and Boutique out of Tennessee. Hopefully we'll be linking up with them soon and bring some things to Monroe. And then we have, of course, Cheat Design. I mean, you want to go ahead and talk about that? You know about that?
I might know a little bit about that.
Talk about
that.
Listen, I'm wearing a Cheatham original right now.
Ooh, facts. Me too. I don't know if this is a combo.
There it
Can you
is.
see the
Don't
combo?
worry. Do not worry. Dave Fast Act. Yours is coming.
Oh, that red shirt is a Cheatham original?
This is a combo, man. Can you see it, bro? It's a combo.
He
with
busted in the
BTT.
room today and said, "Oh yeah."
I knew it.
It was coming. It was coming. It was coming.
Listen, you get the golfers clap for that.
Yeah. I clap for myself
yeah.
because I'm conceited.
Definitely shout out to our sponsors, man, because without them, this couldn't happen. So
Facts.
shout out. Yeah, let's get into it. So, Laura, like you said, you're an author, physician, office manager, probably biller, probably
Lord, I know.
elevator salesperson.
You never
something.
know.
So,
Yeah.
the biggest reason why I wanted to get you on the pod is just your story, your cancer story. I think
Sure.
is
Sure,
amazing. I think the way you handled it was with grace and etiquette, and so let's talk about that a little bit.
Okay. So I'm going to tell you that even before I got diagnosed, I had been feeling like shit for at least 2 years. And everybody, you're fine, it's all good, you're fine, you know. And one morning, I literally know the date, December 12th, 2020, right? I bolted up in bed because I woke up feeling like I was choking. And I had this big thing on the side of my neck. And I thought, am I just imagining that? Like the debt come up overnight? What the fuck? You know? And I'm calling my husband, and of course, who says, I don't see anything, because the instant answer has to be, nothing is wrong with you because
Yeah.
you're okay, you know?
Yep.
And
Everything's
I ended
fine.
up going to the ER because I was choking, because it was pushing in on my trachea, this big cluster of lymph nodes, you know, and I was like, and they didn't find a thing. They now, to be fair, the ER at Promedica did everything right. They examined everything. They CAT scanned me, whatever, but they CAT scanned like 1 inch below where it was, you know? And I'm like, nah, this is not right, you guys. Like, they had diagnosed me with biceps tendonitis because I was having trouble lifting my arm. Well, yeah, because all the lymph nodes were compressing all of the nerves. So, you know, so I ended up going to my regular doctor, who listened, you know, and is like, why don't we get a CT scan of what's actually bothering you, you know? So then nobody wanted to approve that, you know, and so it was going to be 2 months before I got the CT scan. Meanwhile, it's getting bigger. I'm feeling worse, you know. I'm like, So I went to my friend who was a surgeon, and he's like, nah, you just got a lipoma. You're anxious, you know. And I was like, I don't really feel like that's it. So everybody drew all these labs, right? Turns out I'd been exposed to Epstein-Barr at one point. So what? So is everybody, you know. And they couldn't find really anything. You know, they checked me for all kinds of bizarre stuff. And then, okay, I'm going to have an honest moment here. I went to my own ultrasound in my own office and grabbed it and looked at myself. And I was like, holy crap, those are lymph nodes. And then already within days, I had what's called blackout nodes in my chest and in my armpit. Because see, when you look at a lymph node on an ultrasound, they actually, normal ones look really weird, like they should be bad. They have like cloudy, solid cores and like they're all kind of jaggedy. But when they turn into little black round circles, then you know you're kind of screwed. And I had those everywhere within days. So I was trying to get somebody to do a biopsy, right? And everybody's like, well, let's put you on antibiotics. Maybe you got an infection. I'm like, don't you think if I had lymph nodes over half my body that I'd be a little sicker in that way? Fever, something, you know?
Right.
So thank goodness for my family doctor who ended up referring me to oncology. And, you know, he was like, oh my God, these are not lymph nodes that are enlarged for any other reason besides cancer. I'm like, right? And then weirdly, me being me, wanting to be right, come on, was like, I knew it, you know? And it's like, okay, not many people are excited about that diagnosis, but it was like validation.
Yeah.
Clearly, I was not excited about
Because
having
everybody
cancer.
was telling you no, and you knew it was something worse than
Listen,
what they
I
were
had
saying.
doctors hug it out with me afterwards because they felt all bad. I had to comfort them. I was like, buddy, it's
She's that
okay.
person,
I was
though.
like, hey, you
Hug it
fucked
out.
up.
They were
that
like,
person.
they were
You
like,
big dummy.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
it's okay. Come on, I got you. Now let's save my life now, okay? All right.
Yeah.
So, Laura, do you think?
Listen next time, motherfucker.
Right.
But I mean, that's led me into a huge lecture series. Like I always talk about advocating for yourself. Like you have to fight. You have to fight for yourself. Don't let anybody undermine you. Don't let anybody tell you, no, you're fine. You know your own body better than anybody.
That's
And,
facts.
you know, rude people always say, even the crazy ones get sick. Okay, well, then if you know that's true, then stop blowing them off.
That's true. So,
And nobody was trying to blow me off. I don't mean that. I don't mean to, like, discredit
Right.
anyone. But they just wanted so badly because they think of me as, like, their strong person or the person they would go to that it was not possible for me to be ill.
yes. and I was
that's all it was. It wasn't like being careless or something.
It's just. Do you think as a physician? Do you think that? Let me back up.
Okay.
Do you think if you didn't have the knowledge base that you had, and if you weren't a physician, they would have told you everything is fine? What do you think? If
Well,
you
see,
wasn't
and
so
that's the
persistent,
thing.
where do you think you would be?
I'd be dead because it was already over half my body in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, you would have been a cancer in another month, like a month. You would have been just one cancer.
All
A whole,
over.
yeah. It
Yeah.
would have been all.
It took off so
What
fast.
happened to Bill Campbell, my cousin?
Yeah, and
You know,
because I
and
think about.
but that's the thing. That's what I'm telling people every day. Like, yes, I'm lucky. I mean, not many people had their own ultrasound to be like,
Right.
oh, look at
right.
that shit over there. You know,
Yeah.
I'm very grateful for that. But I encourage everybody to be that way.
Well,
You know, it's not starting a fight to stick up for yourself.
Right.
There's a right way and a wrong way.
my
I'm
grandma
not
had
talking
the
about
same.
argue with everybody, but like stick up for yourself.
My grandma had the same situation. She had a stomach ache, they said, for 2 years. And by the time they realized it was cancer, as soon as they cut her open, it just spread.
Right. Well, and that's the other thing. So all these recommendations now, especially for women, this is messed up. So we're telling women nothing after 65 or don't get your pap after this age or skip this many years. That is not the same thing as saying don't get a checkup, because when it comes to OBGYN stuff, I know we weren't talking about OBGYN stuff, but when it comes to OBGYN stuff, you could have an itch down there and actually have a vulvar cancer. Or you could have a little bloating and it's actually ovarian. Like, unless someone's looking and checking it, just still do it every year. Do you hear that, people? Do it every year. See your doctor every year.
Just do it
Do
like
it.
Nike.
Let me jam my hands in there and check you out, okay?
Right.
No, because I can save a lot of lives just by them showing up.
Yeah, I think too. Like I go back to a friend of mine, Angel, who he passed from cancer, and his big thing was, you know, he knew something was wrong. He didn't have good insurance, so he had to do all this stuff before they tested other stuff, and he just couldn't afford the deductibles, and so he just stopped.
No.
And basically, I remember he told me, he's like, the only reason why I pursued it is because I couldn't have an erection. And at 30-something years old, he was like, that's wrong.
Right?
So he pushed it, but by the time they found it, it was spread too far.
Even now
and-
with like we're getting really good at even stage 4 colon cancer, curing it, you know, chemoing it down, shrinking it down, and then doing surgery to move everything. And people are like, we've got so many tools at our fingertips. You know, there's no reason for people to be bleeding out their ass for 6 months and not ask for any help. You know, even with the no insurance stuff, we've got stuff for that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
You're right, but but a lot of people don't want to go through all them hoops.
No, I know, but
But if you
sometimes
do, you
hoops
could
to
save
live,
your
man.
life. Yeah,
exactly. Trust me, I did not enjoy all my hoops. I mean, it was another couple months before I finally got diagnosed, even after finally getting to the oncologist.
Yes.
Because nobody could fit me in, because nobody could get it scheduled, because nobody could, And you're just like, you're trapped. You're a prisoner.
I'm ready to jump through some hoops right now. At 51, like I'm trying. I'm like, get in there, get tested.
You just gotta. You owe it to yourself and everybody that actually gives a shit about you. You know, because that's just being selfish, not taking care of yourself.
Yes, I agree. I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
I'm glaring at you right now. Every last damn one of you.
Yes.
But no, it is. It is selfish.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I feel like I'm
Or
at
what you
right
don't know
now.
won't hurt you is complete BS.
Yeah, listen, as a nurse, that's me.
I know, buddy.
I'll be
I'm talking
fine.
to you a little bit.
I'll be fine.
Looking at you.
Well, think about it. My dad just beat pancreatic cancer. He didn't want to go to the doctor.
Right.
He did not want to go, but we got him to go. They caught it early enough.
Right?
He's still here.
And that's like a miracle.
Yes, pancreatic cancer is something you don't really survive from.
No.
It's not. You don't survive from that. And he's here walking and talking, being Lloyd Sr., and I'm thankful.
But I'm telling you, though, it's like your attitude also has a big deal. I had one of my favorite books called Radical Remission. And it's this nurse who went all over the world gathering stories of people who survived like insurmountable odd stuff, stage 4 crap, pancreatic, whatever. And you know what the common theme was in all of them? I'm not trying to be all hokey pokey or anything like that, but their attitude and taking an active role was huge.
Yes.
Because I've had some patients who were done before they started. They were just like, I got this, I'm screwed. And you're like, well, hey, whoa.
Yeah.
It finishes you off fast when you think like that.
They told me when I crashed a motorcycle in 2018, and they told me I'd never walk again. And that was the first thing I did is want to stand up.
Yep.
And I mean, it took a while to actually walk, but like it took like 2.5 years to actually really walk. But if you keep thinking about it and you stay optimistic, it's like it doesn't seem that impossible. But if I would have just sat there and not tried to move for 3 years, I would have been screwed.
Oh, yeah.
I'd have been stuck. There would have been no way. I would have been getting lugged around, and I'm way too big to lug around.
Well, and it's like I've almost lost my life
Your big ass.
4 different times now before 53. Survived things I wasn't supposed to survive even before the cancer stuff. And I just figured that's just one more indication I am not done, and I have more shit to do and more people to
Yeah,
help.
you got it. Yep.
Yes, you do.
You know?
And I remember when you were going through it and watching your videos, and I was just like, because
I chronicled the whole thing. I was like, I'm going to show
be honest,
everybody how to do this.
Yeah, I was like, I was hurt. I was emotional. I'm like, not Laura, not her. Of all people, not her.
See, everybody. I mean, you know what?
Yeah.
I am really flattered.
Yes.
But unfortunately, it got in the way of me getting treatment.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to stop being strong so people assume something could be wrong. But it's like nobody in my life, I'm 53 years old, right? Nobody in my life who actually knows me still wants to ever take me seriously when I say something's up. And I've never been wrong.
Yeah. Because you're always that backbone.
Never.
I'm a fucking doctor. God dang it.
Like the chemo destroyed my thyroid and hurt my liver and my kidneys, right? Liver and kidneys are good now. But the thyroid is like, I'll either be almost in a coma one day with a TSH of 70 or this, like I am every morning now, with a TSH of 0.04.
I thought that was caffeine.
I was like caffeine.
No. I mean, it's bad.
One of the things that made me kind of realize, like, okay, Laura's going to be okay, is when you shaved your head.
Yep.
Live.
Did you like that video?
Yes. And
Yeah,
I
shaved it
remember
live.
I
We
was
got
like-
like 30,000
I'm
viewers.
like, she is owning this shit.
Because
And
I
I
wanted
love
to
it, and I was
use
like,
that
that's
to
what-
like donate, but nobody made the donation part. But I'm like, that's all right, And Katie helped me out. We picked the right music, getting into it, and then we realized we had the clippers on wrong, so it wasn't working at first. I own that too.
I was gonna give you my barber's number when you did that, but you worked it out. You worked it out.
I was like, we didn't put. Okay.
But yeah, and then I think I seen you not too long after that, and just your attitude was just like so.
I was determined to kill it the whole time.
So Laura Katz. That
Like,
was you.
Yes.
I brought my computer to every chemo treatment, and I'd be like, type, get up, throw up, type, get up. They'd be like, Doc, you want to take a break? Nope, this makes it go faster. And just kept typing. So I literally was writing the book as I was going through it. And I finished it
Speaking of the book.
I would
at
say
the
let's
end.
talk
shit.
about that. So if you guys,
So that's the
I don't know
after
if you
cancer
can
book.
see that. No, we're gonna start with this one first. This is number 1.
Yes.
Yes. Okay,
Yup,
it's
I
my
just
turn
showed it with
now,
bald head.
and that is the bald head, still looking beautiful as ever, of course.
Right? My kids were shocked that my head was not hideous.
No,
I was
you-
like,
you had a
easy on
nice
the compliments,
round head.
man.
Got nice. you
They're
got
like,
nice-
Mom, your
shape
head is
head.
not gross. And I'm like, what were you thinking? It was going to be like scaly and rolly and like rigid and stuff with like scabby stuff on it. And they're like, I
I've
don't know,
seen it.
but thank God it wasn't. I'm like, oh, easy on the compliments. You
Right.
know?
Right.
Yeah.
So this is
It's a lot cooler. I'm not going to lie. Now I got this great gray stuff now. So
now I
love it.
feel
Good. Love it.
because now I feel like I missed a whole bunch because I could have wrote a whole story in 3 years in the nursing home and stuff. And that's
bet you could've.
That's how you did
want
it.
to write something? I'll help you.
She's
so-
got it.
No, she's serious.
No,
How
I'm
did you?
serious.
How did you? Why did you get? Why did you want to write the book?
Because just all of a sudden, I know people kind of make fun of me because of my positivity, but I'm going to choose it as a good thing because
It is a
it
good
literally suddenly occurred to me that, hey, wait a minute. I know how I'm going to best this because no matter what happens, I'm going to turn this into a teaching moment and then I will be the flashlight to lead that next person through this tunnel. And this is how I'm going to do it.
Okay.
And then it made me more determined.
That's her purpose.
That's her.
You know, we always talk about
That's her.
purpose and things like that. That's
yeah.
just like she wanted to be a musician. That wasn't really her purpose.
She couldn't just beat this. She had to teach people
Yes.
why.
Yeah.
how
She had to take it
get
to.
through it.
That's
Yeah,
once again,
that's why I do
that
all
is
the
why I
talks
love
that I
Laura.
do. That's why I just
We
keep
love her
going,
too.
you know, because it's like there's never any shortage of people to teach. And I'm serious. If you wanted to write something, I will help you.
Dude, I don't even know where a period goes at the end of a sentence.
That's why I'll help you. Don't make me pinch you.
She knows, Laura, she knows nouns, verbs,
I
predicates.
do.
She
Like
knows
the
those
whole
kind
thing.
of things. So
And if you ever happen to look at my book, it's literally like you're sitting down and talking to me.
No way.
It's like a
Someone laugh through it.
conversation. So when people, because I'm finally on Audible now too, and people are like, yeah, it's just like the book sounds. Like I can hear you as I'm reading it. I did that on purpose. I didn't make it fancy or big words or anything like that. It's just let's sit down and talk about it.
Kind of like, almost like a diary, like in your words. So
yeah,
it
like
feels
do you want me to
like-
read a little bit of the intro
Yeah,
and I'll
yeah,
give you
yeah.
a flavor?
There you go, Doc.
yeah,
Yes,
definitely. Let's
please.
do that.
So okay, so for example, we'll just do like a little beginning one here. So this is the prologue, right? This is the beginning. I'm like, hey, everybody. My name is Dr. Laura A. Katz. I'm a 51-year-old female OBGYN in Monroe, Michigan. I've been practicing solo for the last 20 plus years. I've been blessed and honored to care for thousands of women. I've delivered their babies, diagnosed and treated their cancers and gynecologic conditions, and helped them lead healthier lives. I've made it my mission to guide and empower as many people as I can for as long as I can. This little thing called cancer is not going to stop me. I want to be clear. This book is in no way represents a substitute for medical advice or treatment. However, I'm hopeful that if I talk you through my journey, it can help you through yours. Now let's get cracking.
I get it. I get it now. It's
You
like,
get it?
yes. It's like, okay, now I'm gonna, because that's a good, what is that opening to get somebody hooked? Because
Yep.
now it's just like, oh, so you're just gonna tell me shit for this whole book? Okay, let's go. You know?
Yeah.
But that's actually her. She tells you.
Yeah.
She
But
it's
talks to
like-
you.
Yeah, nobody wrote anything for me.
That's what she
But
does.
it's cool because it's like your diary.
Yeah.
Kind of.
It is,
'cause
though.
Literally, if that's what you were doing every day, it's
And like,
kind of
check
just
me out.
like.
I have a whole section of my poetry in the back, too. Because I'm a
Yes.
published poet also way back in the day.
dude,
Tee
you're really
Rupp.
cool.
Did I tell you she does it all?
You're cooler than Lloyd.
Yes.
Me too.
There it
Yes,
is.
you are.
There
Yes,
it is.
you are.
You're still cooler.
I don't
than
know
him.
if you're Laura.
I'm not her
I
level.
don't know if
of
you're on
cool,
her level.
Because look, she got the haircut now. It gives her matches her sassy attitude. It matches now. I
Yes.
love it.
I know. You know, Jay finally likes my hair now.
Really?
He was still mourning for like the waist length stuff which was cool,
was
you know.
cool.
But he's like, no, I changed my mind. This matches you now.
Yes.
Oh, look at
Absolutely
you.
does.
Yes.
I know, and I can like spike it or whatever.
I love it.
And I'm paying nothing to any salon. Sorry, salons, but you know, the
I
years
re-
were fun but expensive.
Yes. I remember when I met Laura, found out she was a doctor, and like, I don't know if you remember, you had like this long hair, but you had it in like these weird ponytails. Remember that?
Oh dear God. Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, okay, all right, okay. And then I seen her like, I think it was an advertisement. Like, I'm gonna take it back a little bit. I think it was like Yellow Pages or something.
Oh man.
And she had those damn ponytails in her picture with this big ass smile, and I was like, she is different, and I love it. You know what I'm saying?
In a good way. All right.
Yes. She is, because I'm like, doctors are, they always take the Jay, I love you, but
please,
you
I
took
know.
one of those pictures. It's the suit jacket with the tie, and
Oh, dear God,
you're
no.
all
Here it
sitting, you're all sitting up.
Yeah. Like, what movie you going for, buddy?
And then it's like you're flipping
Headshot.
through, and then
Yeah.
you see Laura, and you're like, I don't know what the hell she does, but I'm gonna go see her. Oh damn, she's a gynecologist.
I'll take
Well,
my
I'm
girl.
gonna
figure
go
it
check
out.
that. I'm gonna go have her check
I'm gonna get
me
my
out,
girl
too.
to go.
It's
I'm gonna get my girl to go.
On my wall of babies, because I delivered babies for 25 years, right? I don't do that now. I look different in every freaking picture. It's really true. Like, everybody looks at, oh my God, you don't have the same hair twice. You don't have the same. Wow, how did you do that? All those, there's like hundreds of babies on there, and I look different. This is the longest I've looked similar in years.
And that's been what, 3 years?
2.
2 years?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
like it though.
I do. I think
good
I'm
look.
feeling it. I'm liking the not spending money on it too.
I wanna.
And look, it even gave me the money strip without money, but
I wanna point out what you said earlier when I came here. When you're not a survivor, you're a warrior.
Yes, I really believe that.
Because that, I always said I was a survivor. I survived something you weren't supposed to survive. And I'd like, once you said that, I was like, I've been saying it wrong the whole time, because I'm still like, I just had problems with my night terrors that I thought I didn't have problems with. And I've been having them again.
Still a thing. PTSD is real, man.
And it just
I have it all the time.
Yeah, it keeps coming, and it's like, okay,
I can relate to that.
I'm pacing around my house, and that's what gets me to calm down, gets me to like.
Yep.
I learn how to breathe and stuff. So when I'm doing that, I'm being a warrior. I didn't survive nothing,
Right?
Because I'm not.
Because
out
like
of
this
it.
will swell up periodically just because it's all scarred,
Scar
and they've like
tissue,
walled it.
yep.
So you can betcha on days when that's happening, I'm like, oh man, oh my God.
Oh, and you get that
what's
PTSD
happening?
where your heart. Yeah.
No, my arm hurts again. Oh my
Do you
God.
feel it in your stomach? The
Oh, yeah.
anxiety and stuff.
I've done lots of lectures on that too, and the thing is that it is so real. So a lot of us have had trauma, right? But PTSD is when that trauma extends to the point that it's literally life altering.
It's hurting your body.
It's hurting your body and your head, or you have physical symptoms. You're
Or
shaking,
like-
you're sweating, you're
Like I can't sleep for a couple days, and I feel like I'm like this close
Yeah.
from like, should I go to like a mental hospital for a minute and get
Right.
like
I know,
get right so I can get a
because
couple
people
hours
don't
of sleep?
understand.
Because my cousin stayed up for a week and killed himself, and
It happens.
and that
It happens.
and once like
People
last
don't
week.
treat PTSD enough.
It's-
Especially like with veterans and things like that too. They don't think about it. It is crushing.
And a lot of people, we talk a lot about men's mental health. A lot of men just want to. I'm fine. I'm cool.
Oh, I
I'll
know.
be good.
I know.
But
Said
like,
my husband then had his
Not
massive
me.
heart attack and emergency open heart surgery. Yes, I know.
yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
like my friend that saved my life out of the accident, his son died at 7 months old, and so he got a kind of, and that was right after he saved my life.
Right.
So
Saved
he
your
got
life
like
and lost his son's.
Yeah, and he got like
And you can't help thinking about the trade.
Yeah, and that's so
I know, you
now
shouldn't, but,
now he comes over and we together look like we're the most badass, biker dudes ever.
Sure.
But he comes over and we just sit, smoke, cry, talk
Yeah.
about his bad dreams.
And that's okay.
And
You have to though. You got to let it out
but
somewhere.
it makes us feel good because you go around your friends that are all macho.
I
They don't
know,
wanna
and you
hear
can't
none of
be.
that.
I know.
I don't want to hear none of that sissy shit, man. And,
Then change
but-
your friends.
Yeah, but you
I mean,
go-
seriously though.
Yeah, but like his
But I
coworkers,
get it,
he does construction, so they're all
That's
they're
just people.
all-
That's
they're-
just
they're
people being
rah-rah.
uncomfortable.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. He comes over and cries to me, and like,
But that's-
we
you
leave
need
and
that.
we feel like we're
Yeah,
like-
you emptied it out.
Yeah, just
you
like you
have
just-
to though.
Yeah.
Just like I think that, like I think all cancer patients, all trauma patients should have a lifetime of therapy. I'm still going.
Oh yeah. I just asked
You need
for
that
more.
objective person. Like if you feel afraid to, talk to friends, it's okay, fine. Get someone.
Yep. That's
Someone
what I got.
somehow. Like there's no investment that's too much.
Oh, I got a question.
Yeah.
For a doctor to a patient kind of thing. I know it's not in your avenue, but
Oh, but I usually can comment on anything.
yeah, I got this knee surgery because I'm unbalanced. I got a traumatic brain injury too, by the way.
Okay, just throwing it in. All right.
I'm unbalanced, so I got this knee surgery because it was grinding on my cartilage.
Sure.
It's better now, and it feels sturdy, and it actually feels better than it's ever since the accident, right?
Okay.
But I'm still unbalanced, and I know it's not the knee.
Unbalanced how? Tell me what you mean.
Like, they keep asking me if I'm dizzy, but I'm not dizzy or like nauseous.
Was one side weaker than the other?
No. Well, yeah,
It's got to be somewhat.
Technically,
because
right now,
you've
yeah.
adjusted your walk and your gait while doing the surgery. You just haven't adjusted it back yet.
So I just got to keep working on that.
Yeah,
So,
I would. I mean, that's my first
But
impression.
like sometimes I don't know. It just feels like
Laura's going
I'm-
to charge you a consultation fee for this.
That's
right?
correct.
That's
I'll-
cool.
I'll
My
tell you where to
insurance
send
covers
it.
it. My insurance will cover it. But it's like the level in my head. It just sometimes it leans. It doesn't lean heavy to my bad side.
Well, what was your TBI?
It was. I got
What
all
part of
my,
your brain was damaged?
all my scar tissue was. It was the left part, the left frontal, because I hit the van,
Yeah.
and then when I went back and hit the road.
Well, you know that's
I
going to
had-
affect your balance too. All that stuff in the posterior cranium.
Yeah, the scar or the
Yeah, and the scar
whatever
tissue
they
will
did.
expand over time too, so it's going to
really?
push on different
The
things.
scar tissue is all around the base
Yeah.
of the brain.
Then that's
so
why you have balance trouble.
That's
That and being weak on one side or the other and having adjusted your
So-
walk while you were recovering is just accentuating it.
so me going for 6 more months of physical therapy,
Can't
6
hurt.
more weeks of physical therapy. is
I'm
good.
Say, damn,
into
6
it.
more months. I need your insurance.
Hey, as long as they'll write the script, I can get. I got the auto owners, dude. I'm a.
No, but listen,
free
you got to
baby.
work. You got to work on the strength part, but you have to reasonably anticipate that some of that is due to the scar tissue in your head.
That's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm going back to my neurologist.
But you still got to get the strength equal on both sides to help you counterbalance.
I'm doing. I'm actually. My squats are a lot better, and
But I mean, like this you can control the strength on both sides.
Yeah.
You can't control this. So also know that.
So there's nothing like. There's no way to fix it. It would just kind of just be there, because it would just be like if I go to Kroger. I don't need my cane for say to walk, but I would like it just in case.
It's
I don't-
fine.
I don't want to rub
You don't need
against
to fall.
something. Yeah, I don't, because
that
I'm a
cane is
big
fire.
dude and my wife
I
is fire
know.
too.
The
you
cane
know?
is fire though.
You're
I
that
carry the cane
combo.
just because it's the cane.
Yeah, the cane's cool. I got a new one in the making right now.
Oh, there you go.
It's bigger. It's gonna have skulls and shit on it. It's gonna be pretty cool.
There it is.
So you bequeath me the
That
other
don't
one?
seem like it's skulls. Like that's really not you. That's
Shrunken
not you.
heads. I don't know. It's gonna be more like Witch Doctor kind of like looking. I
There
work
it
in a
is.
haunted house, dude.
Ooh ee ooh ah ah.
Ting tang, walla, bing bang.
I
That's on that
love
old
it.
too.
I love it. Laura, do you want to touch on
Oh heck yeah.
this book,
Uh-huh.
your second book?
Right. So the second book is called You Can't Make This Stuff Up. And on the cover of this book, I have hair and a skeptical expression, let's just say. So what this book is just a selection of funnies from my last, 30 plus years of being an OBGYN. So
Jokes.
I was just say that's. I was just say she's talking about vaginas.
Cooter jokes.
talking about vaginas. Okay, let's see. What can we do? Okay. This chapter is called There Is Nothing You Can Say That's Gonna Shock Me, But I Know You're Gonna Try. So you know the phrase, I've heard it all? Well, in 25 years of practicing OBGYN, this phrase has taken on a whole new meaning. Never in my life would I have imagined the situations I've been in or the things I've heard. Let me run down a few scenarios for you. So I've been propositioned during a pelvic exam. Truly, this happened. Patients sat up in the middle of a pap smear and announced that they wanted to have sex with me right now. And my response was a rather glib, well, that's a nice offer, but let's hold that thought for now till I finish your checkup. Disappointed, the patient said they were only joking. I'm like, who does that? I've had geriatric patients brag to me that they have the perfect solution to vaginal dryness. Anal intercourse. And then they look at me for a reaction.
My God.
I can't bring myself to give them the satisfaction. I just look at them, smile, and say, congratulations on your backup plan. That's really thinking outside the box. And then I move on. Sorry, ladies, I will not be phased. I've had patients describe more than I ever wanted to know about their sexual practices in intimate or gory detail, describing everything from their fetishes to their 50 Shades of Grey activities. I have to admit, I didn't realize some of them had it in them, so I was kind of impressed. But suddenly they'll stop mid-story and ask me, oh, am I oversharing? I say, no, honey, if you can't tell your gynecologist about this, who can you tell? I talk about vaginas all day. The bottom is, bring it on, people. You can't really shock me. Many before you have tried.
Yes. 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 That's all I got is yes.
That wasn't a golf clap. That was a real
That was
clap.
a real.
So-
You're right. That is a real clap.
You did something I've never seen done. You shocked T.
Yeah, his mouth was open.
got
I know.
quiet.
He was like looking away. He just
You
wasn't
shocked
saying
her.
anything.
Are you embarrassed, brother?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Do you need me to pinch you?
He wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready. I was expecting. I don't know. It's a
little
book. I
lady
was
story?
See, we know her. We kind of
Just
knew what to
something
expect.
funny.
You
Yeah,
kind of didn't know.
I caught the vibe when I got in.
I did stand up in college. I'm just going to throw that out there.
You did really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's one of the things.
Hey.
No, I'm not. You know what?
You can
dude?
see it though now, can't you?
I'm done with this podcast.
So he's got a new fan person. now.
It does. Yeah, I'm not even a fan of Lloyd. Like I'm his number one mortal enemy now. Like,
Oh.
yeah, I'm all fan.
Oh.
You're really interesting.
Oh, okay.
See?
All right.
Yeah, and she's
And you're a survivor or you're
I mean,
a warrior
I'm
on top
happy to
of
come
it.
back.
Anytime you
If
like.
you can stand me.
and that's the thing, Tee Rupp. I'll tell you, like, we've been talking about this for a while, and it's like I've always
Like a long time, dude.
yeah, and I've always like I want to make it right. I want to make it perfect. I want to make like it's Laura, right? And so I'm really the one that's super been hesitant. And then the other day, like we were just talking about Lloyd was over, and we were talking about guests and different people I've scheduled.
I'm like,
and
bet.
Dana was like, "You need to get Laura. You need to get Laura on the podcast next." And I'm just like,
I was so excited.
and Lloyd is like, "My girl, yeah, let's do this." And I'm just like, all
I'm
right,
sitting right
like,
there in the
let's make it
room
happen.
and
It's
text
like
her.
Lloyd text her, Dana text her. I didn't text. I'm like, my people's got me.
That's enough.
I
Yeah.
know.
people's got
And
me.
they were like, Michael's sleeping right now. And I'm like, oh, okay. So what time does he want me there? I don't know. I'll tell him to text you when you get up. And still nothing. But I'm like, okay, all right.
Look,
So they're like 7, I think. I'm like, all right, where am I going?
yeah, I'm
Yeah, I was excited.
these nights is kicking my butt.
And you know what's so funny? So I sit home at night, most nights than not, nothing going on, right? But then tonight I had like 4 other invitations to things. And I'm like, seriously? How did y'all know? I said, I'm busy.
But you made us a priority. and
I'm busy. You're my
appreciate it.
priority.
I feel special.
I get to yammer into a microphone. Come on, I'm in.
I really appreciate this podcast. I really
Yes.
appreciate your mentality.
You don't appreciate all the
Thank you.
podcasts, brother?
No, not
Okay,
at all.
all
This
right.
one I
Okay.
appreciate.
I'm not mad at you.
Oh,
This one's really nice because it's like
well, relates to you.
I relate. You know, and the
And I
warrior,
didn't even pinch him.
the warrior
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, my wife will when I get home. Don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah. Laundry. Pinch.
But like the warrior thing is like probably going to resonate with me for the rest of my life. Like that's
You know what? We
really
didn't finish
cool.
talking about that. Like
Yeah,
why I said
'cause
that,
Mike,
right?
You know,
Oh, I didn't.
Well,
I
you
probably
know,
didn't.
I know interruptions,
Yeah.
but no.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to co-host anymore. You guys go ahead and just do your thing.
yeah. Just leave us
Yeah,
to what
you
we're
do
doing.
your thing.
So okay. So I had a tattoo design planned, right? And, you know, I'm looking at all these designs, looking at all this stuff, looking at all this stuff. And I was going to put Survivor on it, you know?
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait a minute. Wait. That's kind of cocky. And my artist is like, what do you mean it's cocky? I'm like, well, it implies that I'm all done. Not
Yeah.
really ever all done, right?
Yeah.
So then me being a geek, because I am, you know, so I start reading. And I look at some studies of people comparing themselves to like Survivor versus Warrior. And the people that were in the Survivor mindset were way more likely to kind of stop following up, to stop paying attention, you know, to feel like they got this, it's in my rear view. There's nothing more for
Yeah.
me to think about. Whereas the Warrior people were like, no, I'm still going to stay vigilant, not in an unhealthy way,
Yeah.
But, I'm not going to let this shit get me again.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm definitely more that.
Because you only got, you can't ever give up.
Because it can come back anytime.
Yeah.
My particular one. So it's
Yeah.
like, well, okay. But, so then my Crystal, she's amazing. She's like, yeah, Doc, I like that. Yeah, let's do that. And she came up with the letters and all that. So.
Well, that's
Because that's always true.
it means a lot. That that little saying meant a lot to me. Just like another saying when I was dealing with anxiety or the PTSD and everything.
Yeah.
It was when I first got the night terrors and everything. I wasn't sleeping good. I didn't sleep for like 10 days. Not
bet.
good for 10 days.
No, I know.
And all my uncle said, and it's not like he's the smartest guy in the world or no Nostradamus or nothing. He just said, hey, man, I love you. He says, try not to think about it so much. And it stuck with me. And it let me go. I went to sleep that night.
Right.
Perfect. Because I just, instead of thinking about it, I shook my leg.
Right.
Or I moved my
Right.
ankle. And I would think about moving my ankle. And then all of a sudden I wake up.
Like I would have nights after chemo, my intestines would get so swollen, like my stomach would be out to here to the point that it was pushing on my diaphragm, so I couldn't breathe. And it's like I would suddenly be aware of it, bolt up. I'd be tearing outside. I'd be going out on my deck, running down the block, like I can't breathe, which I really couldn't. It wasn't just anxiety. I really couldn't, but it triggered it.
Yeah, but it was even more. Yeah.
But it was even more
Because now you're in the panic, and that
Right?
you can't breathe when you're panicking either.
Nope. So I mean, it's things like that still happen sometimes. I still get that weird bloat just because they're forever messed up.
Yeah, it's just forever. Yeah,
And you have to like, okay, this is not that. Just like,
I breathe in through my
okay.
nose and out through my mouth and
Yes.
try to go really slow.
or I go on my deck and I'm like, okay, time to do a
Yep.
lecture because that'll like help me process through it and then help somebody else.
I talk to
also.
my animals at night when I'm stressed out. I
Love
kind of
talking to my
I kind of
animals.
bitch at them.
All my
Y'all
like millions
crazy
of
animal
dogs.
lovers.
I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I got
Come
3
here,
cats.
Bill.
No, she's got.
I got
dogs.
3 cats, and I
So-
shit talk them at night when I'm struggling.
I've got the dog. My daughter's got her 2-foot lizard. We've got the 1 cat remaining and 4 dogs.
Her dogs like me though. They were trying to get me. They were always.
They're
trying-
good dogs.
They were trying to. Keep
You know,
me over
Max
there.
brought home a Saint Bernard, right?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, the Shih Tzus were thrilled. Let me just tell you. She just showed up in the middle of the night from the horse show. I thought she was going to get a horse, not a dog horse. But I love her, and I would be lying to say I didn't. Oh, God, she's so cute.
Aw.
She thinks she can sit on my lap like the regular dogs.
No.
She'll be like, woo, and
Oh, yeah.
like the whole arm smacks over, and then she's like, I love you, I love you, I love you. And I'm like,
Beethoven
I
all
love
over
you
again.
too. I can't breathe, but I love you.
My dad has we got my dad a King Corso.
Oh, yeah, they're
Those
so
things
gorgeous.
are so big, dude. It's all black. It
But
looks
you notice
cool.
how people really discriminate against big dogs just because they're scared, like
Yeah.
because of their size?
Yeah, and he's
Or-
such a
Kinda like Tee Rupp.
sissy.
It's like my
Yeah.
house.
Kind of like that.
My whole house was yelling at Millie for all the puppy things that she did, and I'm like, "Hello, she's just 10 times bigger. These are the same things that all
Yeah.
the little dogs did. Like, stop freaking."
Yeah, it's just
Stop
that when
freaking right now.
she bumps into something, the whole table falls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a thing. Same puppy developmental behavior.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah.
Fortunately, I keep everybody straight though, so
It's just
you
their
know.
pisses are 1 gallon.
Even though oh my God, right? And then my daughter's making fun of me because I was taking her out like every 25 minutes at first. I'm like, do you want to clean it up? Because I don't feel like sliding through it with the waves
Yeah.
on either side.
Oh, yeah.
No thanks.
Oh my god.
It is serious.
Surfboard.
Serious.
Yeah, for real. That
Lake Mildred.
just be chilling.
Yeah, I don't do no animals. I don't give a
I
damn about
know.
no dogs, cats, fish.
I know. You can
don't
always
even-
come visit
I
if
don't
you.
even like fish anymore.
What?
Oh, see,
Yeah.
hater.
I worry
I'm a
about people
hater.
that don't like animals.
You're one of them old grumpy dudes, ain't
I
you?
am.
Oh my lord.
Don't you worry about people that don't like animals?
Yeah,
You feel like something's up there.
I worry about people who don't like bacon.
I
Yes.
mean, I
You gotta
could
be an
pass.
alien. You gotta be an alien.
I had my bacon snack today. It
If
was
you
good.
don't eat bacon,
I could pass on bacon. I don't.
It's got to be
I
done
don't
right.
want it.
I don't want it like
I
burnt
like
to a crisp.
Yeah, I like it
Like,
chewy.
There's a little chewiness I need.
Yeah.
If I came up here tonight and I had like 5 pounds of bacon,
I eat 4.
you wouldn't eat 2 pounds at
If
least.
you had a tomato and a lettuce, I'd have put it on.
Oh,
both.
there it
Blah,
is.
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So you gotta have. See, I'll just.
I'll eat some bacon.
Nah, man, I ain't eating bacon by itself.
Oh, no, I will.
I ain't eating bacon
I
just
will.
for the fuck of it.
I don't know.
No.
Tee Rupp. We might have to.
We might
have to find a replacement.
I'll just have a bacon fest. It's
I think
fine.
we got one.
Oh yeah.
My cholesterol is nice and low. Let's go.
Laura, would you be interested in
You ain't
possibly
as cool as me. You better
co-hosting
know.
with us? Let Tee Rupp go.
Because this bacon
And
thing
get
is a deal
yeah,
breaker.
sure. I mean, you know.
We might have to let him go.
Dude, I'll go fucking Muslim tonight,
Oh,
dude.
hey now.
I swear to God.
No pork. No pork. No
I
bacon.
don't eat fucking pork at all no more. No, actually, my wife makes some.
I make
monster
fantastic pork.
chops.
Yeah.
She's also a chef,
Like
by the way.
tonight-
Cook,
Tee
too.
Rupp,
Yeah,
in case you didn't
tonight
realize that.
everybody's enjoying these double thick honey glazed smoked pork chops that I created, soaked in some vegetable broth.
You do know I know where you
know.
live at, right?
I know. You're
Okay.
welcome anytime, buddy.
I'm just saying, you know I will like.
I make up stuff every day.
You're,
You want me to write it down for you? Everything that she does?
You're too much. You're too much. Quit unloading this stuff on me because now I'm kind of hungry. I'm gonna go home and eat an egg sandwich with
Well,
no
see,
bacon.
It's all
bacon.
blossoming in adulthood because I was in a very smushed childhood environment, very smushed. So I didn't get to be me till I was at least 18.
Kind of like sheltered, like super sheltered.
No,
or-
that's not exactly what I mean. I mean like Lifetime movie, scary kind of stuff.
That's not, and
Probably
that
shouldn't have said that out loud in public, but you know.
that gave you the drive to do what you do though. Like
Well, and you know what's the thing? Like, so okay, you meet a lot of people who come from certain environments, right? And then you know they're like, well, this is all I know, so I'm gonna still do drugs and I'm gonna still do this, you know. As opposed to myself, with no concrete examples that I can put my finger on, you know, I just decided to. I'm just gonna show you that that's possible too.
I
know?
don't want. Yeah, I don't want to do
Same
this.
thing with like I treat like addicted patients, right? So
Yeah.
I'm a Suboxone provider, and I do, you know, but we're following the letters, you know what I mean? And I know all the tricks because I've seen it all with my family and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, so it makes me good helping with that too.
That life
I'm like,
experience,
no,
life experience does help in that.
Yeah, because everybody
Oh,
uses
for sure.
stuff as excuses.
Yep, you're right. There's
You know?
I hear more excuses than just regular conversation nowadays.
Yes.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
true though.
For sure.
Everybody's looking for an excuse. I feel like it's worse than ever.
If you
Yeah.
can blame it on something else, it makes you feel less bad about it. Like when you should just be like,
You
I
gotta own
fucked
it.
up. I fucked up.
Gotta
owns
own
their
it.
shit now.
You can never move
Nobody
forward
does.
unless you own your shit.
I just yelled at my son in the car for that because like I tell him he does something wrong. Well, you do this, Dad. What
This
is
is
it
not
for-
about me
what
right
is
now.
It, what
I'm
does it
talking to
matter
you.
right now, dude?
Yep.
It don't matter. Just own that you did it. Well,
But that's
But-
a theme right now, though. You notice?
just
Nobody's
throw that
accountable
blame to
for
somebody
anything.
else.
Nobody's accountable for anything.
Yeah.
My kids are usually pretty good about not being that way because I won't have it. You know,
Yeah.
like, I do the same thing with patients, too. I'm like, okay, wait. So you came in and you gained, not lost weight, but you didn't take any of the medicine and you didn't follow the diet and you ate ice cream every day. Do I have that right? And they're like, well, I can't believe you're talking to me like that. We're like, what is the facts?
Well, that's what the fuck
Come on
happened.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they come in and like, this didn't work. I'm like, oh, so you took it? No.
I took
okay.
it for a day.
I took it twice.
I'm like, okay. It's hard to work when you don't take it.
It is.
And
I don't let people get away with that. I work too hard.
Yeah.
I work too hard, and I genuinely have my first and foremost motivation is to help them. So if we ain't a team, we can't work together.
yeah, you're right.
I think I need a gynecologist.
I think you do.
Yeah.
I'll straighten your shit right
No,
out.
I just need that gynecologist. How about that?
Yeah.
Right. Fact.
Not a gynecologist.
I will fix both your vaginas,
Facts.
no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lloyd.
Yeah.
Your pussy's been acting real funny lately. Just
I
saying.
know you have.
Give me some. You got me on that one. I can.
Hey, that was like Jordan. Bah! Coming to the paint. Nice alley-oop there, buddy. Appreciate it.
I'm the Michael Jordan of physical therapy. So
I
There you
can,
go.
I can tell you this. What I've learned with co-hosting with these two guys, I am definitely not the comedian. I set myself up way too much.
Sure, open that gate, swing it real
Last
wide.
time we did a podcast, I told him don't wear a red shirt around me. Look what he did.
I know.
Yeah, and I also wore it
Now
to
he's
the
just
comedy
blended
show.
in with the couch, so he's just like a floating head right now.
Ouch.
See, that's my girl over there. That's my
You invite. Listen, dude.
Look at my face.
Seriously, I want to come back.
Listen, dude. This is.
Don't worry. Hey, this is my podcast too. You can come back anytime you want.
Listen.
Okay.
This is your room. You invited me to your room, and I shit on you for an hour.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
and then
but you
the
know,
other people,
No,
your friends.
I think it's banter.
Yeah.
It's not shitting.
but the thing is, when T was here, TJ, the mayor, he used to roast my ass for the whole hour too. So
Yes, he did.
I'm just kind of used
Oh,
to it.
it's cool. Bring his ass in here. I'll fry his ass up.
Oh my.
Hey, TJ. TJ called. Cuz, you've been called.
I got a feeling
A
he
T
might be
to a
on the
T.
next.
Hey, that
Boom.
motherfucker could do my taxes. It looks like he could do my taxes exquisitely, bro.
You know,
next week
speaking of
I'm gonna take
comebacks, I used to. Both my kids are awful at comebacks. Just awful. God love them. Smartest chicks ever. Awful at like quick on the feet and the comebacks. So I used to joke with Mags like, let me make you this little filing thing, and it's gonna have like 40 freaking cards
40
in there
40 good
just for
ones.
like stuff at the ready.
Yeah.
And she literally took me up on it one time.
Are you serious?
She was like, okay, I can't pull them fast enough. They won't work. And I'm like, well, all right. I'll have to work on this
gotta
another
read
way.
faster,
But I
honey.
was like ready. Yeah, I don't
You gotta read faster than that,
Just
sweetheart.
sometimes
Max
it's
is
just
off in
hard
the
to
corner.
watch.
Memorizing every card.
Right? Exactly.
And then right when somebody says something, she's like, "Fuck it, don't go with that card."
Hold on, another card.
I was
Hold
just
on.
trying to help. I mean, sometimes it's hard to watch.
Wait, hold that thought. I got one. Hold on.
Moment's gone.
Same thing with like I coach Dr. Pasco sometimes. Like when he's in a meeting, like this is the perfect way to disrupt this. Just ask this question. Here, just pose this scenario, and you don't have to get upset. And off it goes.
Why'd you marry a doctor?
Well, you know,
That
actually,
money. She's trying
I
to
was
get that
French-
money.
Oh, pfft, that ain't why. Trust me, we're both poor. But anyway, well, we actually met in medical school after I was fresh off a near engagement.
She said
There's
a
more
near
story
engagement.
there.
Near engagement. She dodged
A
a
near
bullet.
engagement.
She dodged a
Yeah.
bullet. That's
Did
right.
he?
Actually, so here's the thing. So he tells everybody I followed him into the bathroom. It's complete bullshit. I have no recollection of this story. What I recall is that I was going to a symphony concert, and he invited himself along, and the night just progressed in the most crazy kind of magical way. Like he was into everything I was saying, and back then I was wearing those awful 90s genie jumpers that were like tied
yeah.
on top and
Yep.
the balloon pants,
Yep.
hair on top of my head. Dear God, he thought it was the hottest thing ever. And by the end of the night, he was like, I want to kiss you now. And he literally kind of grazed my bottom lip, and that was it. And I floated for like 3 days. We talked till dawn, like literally till dawn. Like, losing
Off
crap.
of a bottom lip kiss,
I don't-
dude? How lame!
I don't even know.
Right.
Well, because all right, let me be honest. I was always the woman that like grew to be affectionate of someone. Like they always started off here and there, you know, and then for that to happen, I was like, what the? All right.
I did not
And there
know
we go.
that
No,
Dr. J. Pasco had game.
I didn't know
Oh yeah.
He ain't got no one is that, dude.
Listen, and he pulled up in this red Sunburn SE, which he said stood for sexy edition, with his hatchback on the car, bungee tied together to keep it from going.
Oh
wow,
my
wow,
God.
wow, wow,
Why
wow,
can I hear him
wow, wow.
saying that? I can hear Doc saying that.
And the man wore no seat belts, did not wear a watch, and was 3 hours plus late everywhere. And I was still in. I'm like, okay.
It was meant to be.
I'm telling you, 30 years later, here we are. 30,
My guy too.
right?
Same thing with my wife, though. I look at me and I'm just like, dude, really?
I know.
She's really here right now?
That's
Like,
how I look
Right?
at you too, as well.
Yeah,
Like,
I get
I'm
it.
like, what the
I
hell?
get it.
What the hell is wrong with you,
But
Jess? Are you
dude, it's
fucking
like
crazy?
Beauty and the Beast for real. It's-
Captain Caveman.
Cat-
Beauty and the Beast.
and then she says, without face tattoos,
Captain Caveman.
she's like, I'm not as attractive.
He clubbed her
Oh, I
was
did
just-
club her. I
was just thinking that.
Oh my.
and drug her by her foot. Come on.
I knew she kind of disappeared for a while. Next thing you know, she was married. So
Bubba Clubber.
There it is. No, I'm
But
telling you
My
though.
brother got her drunk the day that we got married.
Oh, yeah. A wingman
Yeah, I got
did a job
poisoned at
for
my
you.
wedding too.
My big brother. Yeah.
My husband's old neighbors spiked one of my drinks. I was just having my little wine so I could stay into it. Oh no, they spiked me with like some Jaeger, something crazy, and I was like,
she said, spiked it with Jaeger. You can't spike anything with Jaeger.
listen, I didn't know.
Yeah.
No, I did
You were
not.
doing Jaeger
no, they were
bomb
like,
shots
here's
all
your
night.
next
Jaeger
drink.
with
I was like,
wine.
no,
Yes.
I'm telling you.
Jaeger and wine.
But you know what?
She was already wine
That's
drunk
why I was so
then.
sick.
She was already wine drunk then before
But
the
you know what? I
Jaeger.
mean, isn't that funny to say out loud though? Like 30 years later, like what? You know, you and Dana been together forever too.
Yes, they have.
37. We'll be married 25 next year.
Right?
What-
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
I love it.
That's pretty awesome.
We'll be,
We are in the minority, man.
me and Jess
know?
will be married 2 years, and we got married on a joke.
Hold on. Wait a minute. What?
Wait, what?
Break that
We
down.
got married.
Let's get
On a dare?
No, I told her one day we were sitting in my truck talking. I said I'd marry you. I knew her since 7th grade,
Okay.
but we didn't reconnect until this part of our life. So I was
Right.
like, I'd marry you, and she was like, I never wanted to be married, but I think I'd marry you. And then all of a sudden we talked about it, and Vegas was planned, and I had a guy marrying us in Vegas. And
Was it Elvis?
No,
You sure?
no.
Little
A
Richard?
regular guy?
No, it was just a regular. It was because Ryan and Kayla got married by Elvis, and I roasted him to death.
See?
See
and
now,
then a year later or 2 years later, I don't know how long it was, but I got married by that same guy. His wife married me actually.
Okay.
But I just wanted him to be a part of it because he was cool.
Yeah. Where'd you get married at?
Caesar's Palace in front in the
He
pavilion.
said Elvis married them, but his wife married them. So that means Priscilla married him?
Yes.
No,
Okay,
it
I'm
wasn't
checking.
Elvis. He
I'm
was the
checking.
guy that ran the stuff. The Elvis impersonator, I roasted him so much he cried that night.
oh, hey, there you go.
That's my boy T right there.
I called him nodding out, bro. I said, yo, Elvis nodding out.
Oh, wow.
Listen.
I remember the first time that the even word marriage came up because we weren't engaged, we weren't anything. We were just at, let's see, what was that mall? That was in Toledo. Oh, Southwick. Back when Southwick was the mall with the big dome and everything, and there was the Lion store. I loved that store. We were literally like walking along in the Lion store, and I see this little dress on the rack, and he's like, "Boy, I could marry you with that." I was like, "Excuse me, what's that now?" One dress, please. And I held on to that dress for the next, 7 years or whatever until I eventually got married in it.
No shit.
No shit. Little spaghetti
not
strap
only
thing
is
with
she
a
a
little
doctor,
sprig of flowers on the front.
A doctor.
I just held on to it in my closet. It's still in my closet right
and
now.
She's a romantic like that?
Oh my God, for sure.
No, dude.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, wow.
No, she's a future teller.
Bring on the mixtapes.
Nah,
Woo!
that's awesome right there.
I was going to say, and she's a singer and a rapper.
I wasn't going
This
that
is
far.
true too.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I've been to the bar with her. I know. She's like, yeah, she knows.
I love it. I love it. Lord,
Doctors
before we-
ain't supposed to be this cool.
That's true.
Just saying.
Oh, well, I like to exceed expectations
You gotta be more
or shatter them or whatever.
You gotta be more professional.
Okay, I'm sorry. Hold on, let me scratch my butt.
Okay, now it's back.
Next time she comes on, I'll make sure that she.
I'll be all
she wears
dressed
the
up in a
scrubs
suit.
and
Where the,
Yeah.
come in here
You
and
bet
like
not.
yeah.
And
stethoscope.
tisk at you when you say inappropriate things,
Oh
Excuse me.
crap.
right?
Crap.
No.
Well, that's so a weird thing is if I needed a gynecologist, I would go to you because
Well, there you go.
they gave me the
Things I think I never hear.
they gave me the green light to get any doctor I wanted because I had
There you have it.
Unlimited insurance for
Sure, sure.
So I would
She could
go
fix your vagina.
I
I'm sure.
mean, yeah.
my
case
wife
it's a
my
little tight.
my wife needs you to fix it for sure. But
I got tricks,
Number
man.
2 coming.
But I got to pick my doctors, and it was the guys that I could relate with and
Well,
talk
yeah.
crap to. Like my neurologist, I told him a SpongeBob reference
Sure.
to tell him
Yeah,
what was
why
going
not?
on in my head, and
Yeah.
that's how he learned it was PTSD.
There you go.
I said SpongeBob when he was when they were in his brain and they were shredding all the papers because he needed to forget everything but fine dining and breathing
You
when
gotta-
they're all running around.
But you have to want to give a shit enough to relate to your patient.
Yeah.
No matter
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, and he's cool. Dr. Holtzman, he's a cool guy. He's fun. He'll joke with me too.
That's good.
It's good.
That should happen.
Walks around in the full doctor
Listen,
suit, but he got
imagine
Crocs
everybody
on, dude.
wondering shit when they're walking past the rooms that I'm in there and somebody they're naked in there and they're cackling their ass off. You're like,
Yeah.
"Well, I did good."
Yeah,
One of the best compliments I ever got once I understood it was when a patient was like, "I love coming here." It's like, going to my girlfriend's house. And I'm like, what the hell do you do at your girlfriend's house? Like, no, because you make me comfortable. I'm like, oh, thank you.
Oh. You're getting comfortable with 2 cold fingers shoved
I was
in
like,
you.
okay.
With jelly.
Yeah.
I was like, girlfriend's house. Whoa, okay. But I get it now. I understand.
But I'll never forget, I'm at Staples. She just bought her Surface. I'm on lunch in the back. Mind you, I'm the tech supervisor. They call Lloyd. I'm like, I'm eating what? This doctor won't deal with nobody but you, and she knows you're here.
It was a compliment.
Oh, it's Laura. Yep, no problem. No problem at all. And all it was a click. I was done.
Yeah, you're good like that.
It really
some
was.
computers.
Well, because I kept telling him, I'm like, I really think this is something simple. Can we ask somebody who's comfortable, And I'm like, is Lloyd here? They're no. And I'm like, I feel like he is. Because we already talked. So,
I just
And
talked
literally
to
it
his
was
ass on the
something
phone. He's in the
simple.
back.
But they were not listening to what I was saying. So I was like, okay, well, let me get someone who
Click.
Can you click OK for me?
will.
Yeah, you had a lot of super fans at Staples, bro.
Still do. It's scary.
They're still looking for you.
Yes.
They see you. They're like,
That's
hey,
all
you gonna be
right.
at Staples tomorrow? Nope, I don't do that anymore. You need to. Maybe
I'm retired.
maybe you need to open your own business.
I got my own business. I got a couple of them.
I'm just saying with computers.
No,
You're over that.
no.
You just do
What
it for
the-
friends and family. Actually,
You're good at computers?
Yeah, you didn't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
Like she said, she's a nerd.
Have you been listening here?
I'm beyond that.
I knew you were a nerd. I mean, we talked a couple
The
weeks
guy's
ago.
got 5 monitors in his office right now.
I got 3 in my office right now, and 2 are for comedy. I watch comedy.
I believe that. I believe that.
Lloyd, I will have to say before you got here, I'm not going to mention any names, but it wasn't me.
Okay.
They were kind of blasting Apple and Macs.
Whoa.
Oh, come on.
Tell me you got an iPhone. Fuck you and your iPhone.
I got an iPhone. Listen, I'm gonna tell you my theory behind this. Listen to this theory.
Android.
How many Androids are there? Manufacturers are there?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't actually care.
And no, exactly. So how can you tell her that system to fit one phone?
Well, I have no problems with it.
I'm just saying in general. That's why you get updates almost every
Listen,
day
at least Android's
because
not
there are
paying
so
to
many
be
different phones.
incompatible with everything forever.
But no, they use Apple for security in stores
I have
and everywhere else.
I have Android phones that can actually last a couple of years.
Ooh!
2 years old.
Oh,
Mine's 2 years old.
it's a record
computer's
old
5.
Apple phone.
My computer's 5.
I don't know if I should have brought this up because Laura is good. And
I am good too. I love her.
She might get me to my Android
I
phone.
will say this: I got her to buy the Surface instead of the iPad. I really did.
Listen, my kids bug me every
I
day
did,
about
so.
not
It's
being
about
an Apple
time
girl.
that you told people to buy something worth their money.
No, okay. Think like this: you can't build a house with just a flathead. You just Phillips too, right?
Talk that talk.
I've got PCs at home.
Well,
I got Macs at
Apple
home.
uses the superstar point that nobody else has
We're talking about
That's 'cause
with their
we're special.
charger.
Yeah, that's because we're
That's
special.
not.
USB-C.
That's because we're special.
No.
Yes.
Is it USB-C now?
Special.
You a liar.
No, we're not.
Show me.
Next. Okay.
You want an
Apple's
iPhone?
alright.
You want an
Apple's
iPhone? You want an
alright.
iPhone now?
I don't want a fucking iPhone because it's just stupid.
Oh,
It's like kind of like a
we
Jeep
argue
owner.
too much.
You guys got to be like, you guys know you guys are in each other's vicinity because you're.
You know what?
your-
I
your
like the
gaydar
pictures
on
on
your
this
phone
phone
goes
better
up.
than the iPhone pics.
The Google
And
Pixel
the
goes
zoom on
hard
this,
on pics.
dang.
Well, this is what we're gonna do.
it's like I'm
HD.
kissing. I'm like kissing the moon
Apple?
with my cheek.
if you're listening, we're looking for a
Fuck
major
you.
sponsorship.
Oh, hey.
Any
Years.
Android,
Years.
we're looking for sponsorship.
Yes.
Whoever sends us a check first, that's what we rock.
They win.
That's bullcrap.
Is
That's
it?
bullcrap.
Is it though?
Because then that just means you're a Fairweather fan. Whoever pays you, you're a fan
You're
of.
not just hear what I just said.
Yeah.
It's a flathead and a Phillips. Everybody serves their purpose. You can't compare the two.
Talk that talk, Lloyd.
See, but when you talk to
you
Apple
were
people,
just-
they're
you were
like,
just
no,
on
there's
Apple's dick."
only Apple. There's only Apple. Apple's
those
the
are
only
fanboys.
thing.
Those are fanboys. They're different. I'm a realist.
Oh.
That's true. Because I've had Apple. I don't think I've ever purchased anything but Apple. I don't think I've ever.
You're one of them.
I have
Yeah.
okay. I'm going to be honest. I have tried Apple
Yes,
over the
you did.
years, and I still f it up. I'm like, oh my god, it doesn't like me.
Laura, I know you're smarter than that.
Even my
I think you're
iPad's
just-
still hanging on to some email address from an employee that worked for me 10 years ago and won't let me change it.
I think you're just comfortable.
I
Got
learned
to get out of your
Android-
comfort zone.
But
I learned
I'm gonna
Android
say
first.
that
That's
I
it.
actually
And that makes
have
sense,
tried
you know,
it
yes.
more than once and still preferred Android. So I haven't just said it without trying it.
No, exactly. I can say that. I actually talked to her. I didn't
I
get another
just
iPad.
learned
I really did. I
Android.
said, no, you don't need that. Don't get that. Don't get that. Get this service right here. You just perfect. What you doing?
That's
Oh, the
because you made
Surface
more
Pro,
money
yeah.
on that one.
I didn't make her.
I'm just messing with you. I know.
I won't work for commission. I won't do that.
No, I loved my Surface Pro. That was
Yes.
a great little thing.
Yeah.
Dude, computer guy. I just found out in my fucking 10 hours of research. Can't wait to tell you this.
I'm gonna laugh, aren't I?
I'm
gonna laugh.
talking hour videos that were I'd say 30-minute videos explaining video editing, right? And how to download these free ones and how to use these free ones and all that shit. And then I click on one video after 10 excruciating hours, a whole fucking shift of trying to figure this out. And about to download like 6 things on my fucking computer, right? Just to get this one thing to work. I type in video editor on my fucking Windows, and that bitch popped up
Because it's one in your computer.
because it's there. I didn't have to download a fucking thing. I just had to click. All I had to do, I typed video editor in YouTube so many fucking times in that 10 hours. I typed it one time in Windows, and it said here. And I clicked it one time. That motherfucker said,
See, if you had a Mac, when you searched it in Google,
Oh, man.
it would say, you already have this program on your computer. Try this first, sir.
"You fucking liar." It don't say that.
Oh.
Not lying.
Dude. Well, who
Maybe
is
you
it?
just weren't-
Who's the guy that? Fuck you, Jeff Bezos. What is it?
Who was that guy?
I don't know. Isn't he a rich guy? I don't know.
Yeah, he is a very,
Rich guy.
very wealthy guy, and he also uses Apple.
Sure does.
I'm just saying.
Fuck Jeff Bezos. I don't even know who that is, but who's the guy with the Apple?
Steve Jobs.
Okay, I'm sorry. I fucked that one up. That was a good one.
I'm like,
That's all I gotta say.
What's Jeff?
Man.
Who's Jeff
We-
Bezos?
Listen, we could argue about computers all day, and I got the guy next to me.
Yeah,
so-
you got fucking.
His brother called me and asked him, should he get a Mac? I said no, because you don't know enough about it.
Yeah, it takes smart people to.
you
run
have to be a fan
Macs.
though. With
No, you gotta
anything.
understand it. Not a
Most
fan.
of us can make anything work if we actually want
I'm
to.
gonna let y'all
That's true.
fangirl about this shit.
Yeah, I'm on a fangirl about it. I'm
I'm
okay
a
with
fan.
it.
That's
It's a
all
tool
right.
to me.
You have at it.
It's a tool. In my
Have
toolbox.
at it.
Yes. So, Laura, before we get out of here,
Oh, sure.
talk about some of the other things you do in your practice, because I know that
Oh,
you've
sure.
been doing cool sculpting and things like that now.
I do, regular gynecology care because I'm not delivering babies anymore. I do cool sculpting. I do reconstructions. I freeze fat. I tighten skin. I contract things. I do facials. We do fillers. We do lots of different laser stuff. We help people stop peeing on themselves and make sex better. Even 85-year-old ladies. Oh, yeah.
I need to talk to you. No.
Yeah, I'll see you at the.
So I
sorry.
mean, but you know why I even got involved with that is that number one, I was having too many people come in who got some treatment somewhere by somebody that had a machine that their boss bought who was available by phone only, every 30 minutes, and I was like, okay, I got to get involved. Plus the other thing is the reality of it is that my insurance reimbursements have gone down so much. I'm making like 35% 3 months after I do straight up legit insurance-based services. I needed something to keep going,
Yeah.
Plus there was an actual need with all the things I was fixing. Wow. So,
I'm gonna need some skin tightening, I think, pretty soon.
hey, no problem. I see men.
Maybe-
Just keep it secret.
Maybe we
Tight like a tiger,
I
dude.
will not keep it secret.
Maybe-
Doc, hook me up.
right. Maybe we can work on some kind of
It is,
sponsorship.
but the science, I don't do anything gimmicky. at our
Right.
office, right? And the actual science is really like the cool sculpting. Let's talk about that for a second, right? So why cool sculpting works is because water freezes at this temperature way down low, right? But fat freezes at a temperature that's not quite as cold. That's why you can do it without damaging water-based tissues like skin and muscle. So we get out like 35 to 42% of the fat in the pocket that we treat. And then we do this massage after we're done with it, and you can literally heal the cells rupturing like bubble wrap. So you know it's working
Really?
right then and there. And then it goes out through your lymphatics over 3 months. And then people get confused. They're like, you moved my fat. Well, no, I just only treated this area. Because we have a set amount of fat cells and how many and where they are by the time we're like 13. So we're doomed or blessed by like early teens, right? So it just matters of how much you inflate them or deflate them. So if I only treat here, guess what? You could still gain weight here. It's just going to look more prominent.
Yeah,
So I didn't move nothing.
I need to talk to you.
Yeah. Everything's on sale right now. Cheap. Well, by the way,
I'm about to go home and sit in an ice bath.
I got good insurance.
it's not going to do it
I don't know.
entirely. Do you know how the idea for cool sculpting got discovered?
Hypothermia.
Multiple decades ago, there was a group of kids that left popsicles in their cheek without ever biting them or like finishing them, just like left them there till they melted, and they all ended up with dimples because there was denuding of the fat from the cold.
What the hell?
Trivia! Oh, sorry.
So I can just do that. My fat cheeks will go away.
Yeah, you need that.
I need that.
Put the popsicle in there and just leave it sit.
Leave it sit.
You need.
I want to have
Isn't
You
that kind
got
of
dimples
an
that
interesting-
girls would just, oh, look at his dimples. Yeah.
But I mean, isn't that interesting?
sucked a
like
popsicle.
what a random piece of trivia.
Yeah,
but it's
that
like,
is-
whoa. And then fast forward multiple decades, we could do it on purpose.
So how does
his head just exploded. His head just kaboom. Boom.
It's really cool though. That's
how does
cool
it work?
science.
What?
So you get what's called cryolipolysis. So literally, you freeze and rupture the fat cells where you're treating, and then your lymph system's like, oh, this ain't right. Let me get rid of it.
So you see,
I don't know if it'll work on your head though, Tee Rupp. I think you're just gonna have a fat head.
It's all
for-
fat, yeah.
Sorry.
See, I got this stomach.
That's what most people get done.
See, I got this stomach that just got to go.
It works though. You should see my before and after picture.
Can you just take some of this fat and put it to my ass so I can have a bodacious ass?
I mean, I'm not implanting any fat, but I mean, look at this. This really works.
This guy,
He wants a BBL.
man. If Tee Rupp came up here and
With a BBL. No. I'm just going to
I'd be wall twerking everywhere I go, bro. I'd be like, yo, what's up, guys? Do a cartwheel to the wall and just dun, 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 dun. And I'd have a Bluetooth speaker
But
hanging off my
look,
neck at
I
all
get rid
times.
of. Look at this. This is stretch marks, right? Look at gone 1 month. And wait,
she's bringing sexy back.
That's right,
Yep.
baby.
Well,
Are
see,
you a magician?
I am.
See, I'm going to the Virgin Islands next year for my 50th birthday. I'm trying to be extra sexy. That's what I'm working on right now.
Well, come on now. Oh, see, look here.
I don't
Look.
think you're being extra.
Look at this. Before,
I'm trying to be extra sexy.
after.
Oh, wow.
See? That's when you do it right. But anyway. You know, and then you always get the rude
Tee Rupp's
people
gonna get a
commenting.
BBL.
You know,
BBL,
like when you
right?
make a post
And
and your
waist trainer.
patient's really excited about how they look, and then people are like, I don't think it works now. You know, Linda Evangelista, you should talk to her. She could. I'm like, that was old generation stuff. We haven't had any problems in the last at least 10 years. But there's always somebody. I'm like, you know, when people make negative comments like that, trolls, you know,
Yes.
I'm like, you know, the only thing you just did was undermine the person who was really happy with what they treated themselves to.
Right.
Yes.
That's it.
Right.
And then they're kind of, oh, you know, like, well, I mean, seriously, how bored are you?
Everybody wants to. Nobody likes to see nobody win anymore.
I don't get it.
Oh,
I'm all
you're
about
winning.
boost, boost.
I'm gonna try to cancel you.
Right?
Right.
That looks stupid. I don't see
Yeah.
nothing. I'm like, well, then I don't know what you're looking at.
Yeah, I don't know what
'Cause
you're
this
looking
is
at.
a huge difference.
The fucking measuring tape says it.
Well,
It's like-
and see, that's the other thing too. We always make sure to measure, you know, measure around. So like if the person's like, I don't see nothing, and you're like, well, you're 4 inches smaller, so something happened.
Something did happen.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
You don't see nothing.
matters.
You don't see a change when you're looking at yourself every day.
Well, and that's the thing. I tell people, don't even look. Wait a month. Wait 2 months. Wait 3 months, and then look at that and this. you know. But, you know, you have people that come in with unrealistic expectations, too. I'm not going to change a 500-pound person into a size 2 from Cool Sculpting. That is not a real thing.
Like if I come in, I need to walk out with a 6-pack. Or
okay,
I'm
all
not paying.
right.
That's
well,
what I need,
then
yeah.
there you go. But you know, well, it's the same thing. That you're forgetting the team approach, right? You just want me to wave a magic wand and change some shit without you doing anything.
Laura,
And that's why we wait.
You do everything
too.
else. Why can't you do that? What the
I
hell?
know, right?
What?
I know. Or they come back in and they gain 35 pounds, and they're like, "I don't think it looks any different." Well, yeah, because you gained 35 pounds.
You ain't no ho-hos and ding-dongs.
They think I'm not going to notice. You know, you did this wrong. I want my money back, and I'm like, let me get on the scale. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's 35 pounds more in a month.
With your hungry ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Greedy ass. Greedy ass.
But you know, that goes even back to what we were talking about accountability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
not
it has to
holding
be my
themselves
fault.
accountable,
You know,
so
I
it's
had
your
this
fault.
one couple who was going around from office to office to office, getting services and then claiming they didn't work and getting their money back. Only we caught them. Because I actually used her for one of my advertisements. So I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I can't really say that didn't work.
The hell?
Got him.
It's like, nope.
Got him. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So before we get out of here, man, what can we not say about Laura? We found out that she basically, if you can think it, she's either done it or is gonna do it next week.
I don't know about that. But
She never caught a fucking shark in the ocean.
Oh
No,
yeah,
I didn't.
actually she did.
what?
No.
When?
I was
No,
gonna
I
be
didn't.
mad. I was probably gonna leave.
But I've caught a big. Well, anyway, that's fine. It's fine. Not a shark, though. You're right. Not a shark.
Alligator gar. Yeah. So yeah, definitely. Thank you so much, Laura, for being here.
No, thank you for inviting me. I really appreciate
Sorry
it.
it took so long, but I got a feeling you're gonna be back.
Oh, please,
lot.
that'd be cool.
Does
Does everybody mind, or is everybody okay with that?
Yeah, we love talking to you. We love your positive energy. We love your vibe. We love everything about you.
Well, I appreciate you guys. It's nice to be thought of, you know?
Yeah, we were fans before, but now we are. I think we're super fans, right, fellas?
I'm a
fan.
I didn't know you for 20 years. I just met you today, and you're awesome. You're very cool. Yeah.
I'm really enjoying
I can't
you
wait
guys
to tell
too.
my wife about you.
All right,
yeah.
cool. Come on, let's go.
I met a really good person today.
And
Aw.
she's got you.
Yeah, she does.
So if you need one,
Oh, that's
So
pretty cool.
before we get out of here, Tee Rupp, you got any shout outs?
shout out to the prosecuting attorney's office of Monroe County for giving me a job. Thank you. It's hard being a senator. I love you guys. Have a good night.
There you go. Laura, you got anything you want to shout out or bring
I
some
just want
attention
to
to?
say hey to Katie and Maggie and
Yes.
Jay Pasco, everybody that, you know, helps me get to do what I do, and all my patients and anybody who's ever learned anything from me or been helped by me, right back at you, and we'll just keep going.
Yeah, you want to shout out where people can pick up your books, your podcast.
Yes. So I've got a podcast. It's called Straight Talk with Dr. Laura, and it's on Podbean and iHeart and Apple and Alexa and stuff. I've got 2 books out so far. That's You Can't Make This Stuff Up and Okay, It's My Turn Now, both available on Amazon or at my office. Because if you get them from my office, you know that part of the proceeds are going to either mental health or Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
Awesome.
And I also got Facebook and Insta and blah, 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 blah.
I love that everybody's so in tune to the mental health starting to.
Not
I love
enough
it.
people still.
I would say not enough, but
It's
yeah,
gonna come like a wave, though. That's what I'm hoping for.
I hope as well. We
I
need
hope
it,
in a positive way,
especially for crazy ass people like Lloyd. We got to get him together.
Yeah.
right?
I still love you, though, brother. Lloyd, what say you? What you got to shout out?
Well, I got to shout out one thing: loyalty. This room
Oh,
is full of it. Stay 10 toes.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Summertime.
He only got it on his shirt. That's the only reason I knew it.
That resonates with me, man.
Summertime.
Keep real around you, and real will follow you.
Yeah.
That is true. That is very true.
Hey, he told me he was 10 toes down. I said I'm 2 feet down, and he called me a flat foot fucker.
That's true.
Kind of, sort of, a little bit, But yeah, I just want to shout out, of course, our sponsors, 8 Mile Vodka, JC Quality Construction, 6 Blessings Cafe, Chic Designs, Nina's Chic Boutique, and then I have to shout out, Jeff, Monroe Nutrition.
Yeah, shout him out.
Jeff.
He deserves
So
it.
He's getting ready to give me a damn sponsorship or something because I shout him out every time. I've been working nights, and let me tell you,
He's one of my
So
favorite
how
people.
does somebody become a sponsor? I might be interested.
we will definitely discuss that after the pod. But
You don't want to let people know how to do it?
you basically call me up, and I have a sponsorship package, or you can call Lloyd up,
Okay.
and then we go from there. We
I just
do
thought
what's
maybe it was good
best.
to clarify that.
Or you
Yeah.
can call me up, pay me, and I'll never have anything happen.
Oh,
Right,
don't
right,
do it.
right.
I'm going to pinch you.
It's a scam. Don't do that. I don't do that. I would never scam you.
We are taking. Not really. It's not really a sponsorship. It's more of donations to get your vagina fixed. We have to do that.
Oh,
So maybe that's something that.
Jess probably got 150.
there is
on it.
no amount enough for that.
Yes. But yeah, definitely. I want to shout out Monroe Nutrition. I've been on nights, man, and Jeff and Kim over there at Monroe Nutrition has been hooking me up with the T-bombs to go,
Yeah.
so I can make them fresh at work at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock
That
in
is
the morning.
such pure good energy.
And it's-
that
yeah,
is
it's dope.
pure.
I'll go back on nights in June. I'm gonna be tapping in. Hey, Jeff, dog.
Yeah.
Hook a brother up. I'm gonna need that.
Yeah. Good, healthy products.
Yep.
I like it. Well, with that being said, I am DJ Big Mike.
Lloyd, the angry artist.
T Daddy Fat Sack.
Dr. Laura.
There you go. And we're out. Peace.